Today we see if we can make this bad Mai Tai a good Mai Tai. The Rainforest Cafe opened in 1994 in the Mall of America. Now for me, my first time exploring one of these was in the late 1990s at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. I remember those trips fondly because we had a new mini VHS camera, and it was my first time making videos. Look how far we have come. I even have this camera to this day. And as a kid, I loved the Rainforest Cafe. I thought it was so cool. It was a sign of the times when themed restaurants were everywhere. Planet Hollywood, Hard Rock Cafe, and even an ESPN-themed restaurant. The 90s were great. If you were a kid, they were great. I don't know if you were an adult during that time, but as a kid, it was awesome. But the cocktails, well, they are exactly what you would expect. And the Rainforest Cafe had their very own Mai Tai, the Mongoose Mai Tai, obviously, which was made with dark rum, coconut rum, creme d'almond, orange juice, and of course, pineapple juice, because you can't have a Mai Tai without pineapple juice. And truthfully, the only reason I am here right now talking about this is because 2 years ago, I came across this glass for just 25 cents at a thrift shop in Brentwood, California. And I probably would not have picked this up except this one, even though you can barely read it, is from downtown Disney in Anaheim, where the Rainforest Cafe building still exists, most recently used as a Star Wars merchandise store, the Star Wars Trading Post. Rainforest, pyramids, Star Wars, it's all connected, that all makes sense. And this video almost did not happen because I could not find this glass. It was in the deepest, darkest corner of glass storage. And speaking of glass storage, I don't know if you know this, but I have a shop that you can go to and you can buy some of the glassware, whether it's a Make and Drink Mai Tai glass, a Glencairn, or just some vintage glass that I have. I'm uploading new stuff here all the time, so check it out. You want to purchase some authentic Make and Drink glassware, as well as just some extra stuff I have lying around. Now, I already know this will probably be a bad Mai Tai if made as is. But what if we just keep it true to form, but change just a couple of things? We'll still use coconut rum, orange juice, and pineapple juice. But what if we use a good coconut rum? A solid option here for a dark rum. And here's the thing. The reason I'm using the Plantation or Planteray dark rum or original dark is I always go to Koloa, which I enjoy, which I love. But I was thinking about, I've on my bar, I have so many dark rums, and I always go to the same ones. And more recently, in a couple videos, I've been mixing it up. I use Myers's, I use Blackwell, and I remembered, oh yeah, like 9-10 months ago, I did a whole video about dark rum where I rated all of them. So before I made this video, before I pressed record, I went back and watched the end of that video to see, oh yeah, what were my top 4? And the ones that came up were the Myers's, the Navy Bay, which is a Total Wine exclusive, which I'm all out of, which I will be getting more of because it is pretty good. Something else, I can't remember. And then it was the Plantation Planteray Original Dark. And I think that is, to me, it's not a super dark rum in color. It's not a super flavorful rum in terms of like big, those dark molasses spice notes. And that's why I think it kind of works well if you're trying to put it into something with a dark rum where you kind of just want a good standard rum. Then I think the Planteray Plantation Original Dark works. We'll swap the creme d'almond for real orgeat because I did look for the Kuiper creme d'almond and I could not find it anywhere, which is just, it's so sad that I couldn't find it and spend money on it. We do not want to skimp on the juices either. A full ounce of orange juice and a full ounce of pineapple juice, but we'll also sneak in our good friend here, Mr. Lime Juice. And since there's just so much stuff going on here, so many juices, we'll just bump up the flavor here slightly with a little secret flavor enhancer. So let's try this, and we'll see if just a couple tweaks here can put lipstick on this forest hog. So let's start with 1 ounce of lime juice, 1 ounce of orange juice, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, half an ounce of orgeat, 1 ounce of our coconut rum, and 1 ounce of our dark rum. Just some regular ice cubes here. We don't want to waste the good stuff on this. And then I'll take about a half an ounce, a little more maybe if you want, of Hamilton 151 as a float. I'll garnish with a slice of orange with a cherry and some mint. So there you go, my version, I guess, of the Mongoose Mai Tai that you would find, and maybe can still find today, at the Rainforest Cafe. If you find this to be just the highest quality content you can find on the internet, please drop a mongoose emoji in the comment section. All right, we're 2 years later, finally getting around to the Mongoose Mai Tai. Cheers. When you lower your expectations in life, you can achieve truly great things. Is this a great thing? It might be close. It's close. It's close to being great. It's very good. And I know you might think that, it's not because of where it's from, but this is not the Mongoose Mai Tai from the Rainforest Cafe. This is something different. This is taking the ingredients I use and changing things up. But if you look at this recipe on paper, it is 100% not a Mai Tai. It's not a Mai Tai. Not in any way, shape, or form. But is it something else? I have no doubt in my mind that first, it's coconut. That coconut rum with orange juice and pineapple. I am telling you, for a fact, not my opinion, fact, this is better than the Pusser's painkiller, for sure. But that's also not very controversial. Anyone can make something better than the Pusser's painkiller. But it's a simple thing. We got a bunch of juices in here, but not too much of them. It's not like 2, 3, 4 ounces of juice. 1 ounce of each of our juices, including a full ounce of lime juice. It's not super acidic. It tastes a little bit balanced, I'd say. It's not too sweet either. The sweetness here is coming from juices, half an ounce of orgeat, and then I don't even know how much sweetness is coming from that coconut rum. We're not using Malibu, for one. And then the Hamilton 151, mixing that in, is really helping bringing down that coconut, pineapple, vanilla forwardness to it. But I think it's very good. It's not a Mai Tai. It is a juicy rum coconut punch. That is the best way to describe it, using orgeat as our main sweetener here, but you can't even really taste that with everything else going on. It's a bunch of juices, a little bit of sweetness, and some decent quality rums. So once again, not a Mai Tai, yet as a drink, better than most Mai Tais you will find at hotels in Hawaii, or the sort of super juice forward things you're going to find at chain restaurants that use sour mix and Malibu. It's very good. It's very good. And if you have these things, I think you should try it. If you don't have these things, if you don't have coconut rum, I wouldn't buy coconut rum just to make this, but maybe you need a coconut rum anyways. But that coconut rum with these darker rums with a 151 and then the Planteray Plantation Original Dark and a bunch of juice, why would that not be good? Why would it not be good? And just, I don't know, something that kind of grinds my gears is judging a cocktail recipe before you have tasted it. You have to taste it. You have to try it. And it's not about this. It's not about looking at this one and being like, oh, this looks bad. I think it tastes good. It's just any cocktail. You don't know until you taste it. The combination of ingredients can yield you something that is drastically different than what you thought. So you might think it looks too boozy. It's not boozy enough. It's not sweet enough. It's too sweet. That's all bullshit. It doesn't really matter until you make it. So not saying you need to make this. In general, collectively, the cocktail community, just stop prejudging things you haven't had because you don't know. You still might not know after you try it, but You don't know until you try something. So if you see a recipe out there and it's interesting to you and you find it appealing in some way, try it that way first. Not because you have to show respect to whoever made it, whatever. Just try it that way first because someone had some intention to make it that way. And you might find that it's actually good. And then adjust it from there. You don't have to like it the way it was, but instead of just shitting on something or shooting something down because on paper it looks bad, on paper doesn't matter. So try the drink and then see from there if you like it or not. But like, let's just pump the brakes. I'm not saying that this is something that you need to have in your life. I'm just saying that if you want to remake the Mongoose Mai Tai, and who knows, this could taste nothing like the Mongoose Mai Tai. It probably does not. But if you want to make a better version of the Rainforest Cafe Mai Tai because you have this awesome glass, then try this because it is delicious. That's it for this one. And can you believe it? We're in the third year of me celebrating Mai Tai month. I'm sure someone else has said Mai Tai month. That was something specifically I jumped into 2 years ago to showcase a bunch of Mai Tais to lead up to a giant video on the history of the Mai Tai, which is still it's one of the videos I spent the most time on. I probably will never spend that much time on another video. So you can go back and watch early days of Make and Drink there. And then last August, we did some Mai Tai videos too. There's more Mai Tai videos to come. So if you enjoyed this one, give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you love Mai Tais and coconut Mai Tais, then consider joining my Patreon to support this channel more. Otherwise, see you on the next one.